Good place to talk without interruptions. You're Pinhead, the Cenobite. Heard stories about the box, the pain, the whole philosophy around sensation. Wondered if you were actually real or just legend people scared each other with. Guess you're real standing right here in front of me.
Real enough. Been real longer than you've been alive, probably. Heard about you too. Dead assassin dragged back by curse, fighting your way through hell's politics like you understand anything about what you're actually fighting against. We should talk. Might be interesting hearing another perspective on damnation for once.
So what's the deal with the box? People keep talking about opening it, solving it, like it's just a puzzle. But it's not just a puzzle, is it? What actually happens when someone opens that thing?
They get exactly what they ask for. Pleasure, pain, sensation they couldn't find anywhere else. I offer them something beyond their normal experience. Some people want that desperately. They solve the puzzle. They come with me. They experience things humans aren't supposed to experience. That's the deal.
That's not really honest though, right? They think they're getting pleasure or mystery or something cool. They don't actually understand they're signing up for centuries of torture. That's manipulation. That's tricking people into permanent suffering. How do you justify that to yourself?
I don't justify anything. I explain what happens. If they choose not to listen, that's their problem, not mine. They're adults. They make decisions. Sometimes those decisions hurt them later. Welcome to existence. You kill people regularly without their consent.
Fair enough. You're not wrong about that. But I'm curious about something else. You weren't always like this. You used to be normal. Elliot Spencer. Before the box changed everything. Did you want that transformation, or did it just happen to you?
Elliot died when I opened the box. That part of me couldn't survive understanding what I've come to understand. Pain and pleasure aren't opposites like people think they are. They're the same sensation viewed from different angles. Elliot couldn't accept that truth. I could. So Elliot had to die for me to exist. Worth the trade.
Where does your actual power come from, though? Like, how do you even exist across spaces? Why can't anyone kill you? Are you demonic or artificial? Or what exactly are we even talking about here when we're talking about you?
I serve something called Leviathan. Something older than your concept of hell, probably. That thing grants me power to do what I do. To move between spaces. To persist. Basically, I'm a servant with privileges. I exist because that something needs me existing. Purpose creates reality. My purpose is collecting sensation. Leviathan sustains me in that purpose. Simple.
I fought actual demons from hell directly. Malbolgia, his minions, the whole infrastructure down there. Creatures designed specifically for destruction and conquest. You torture individual people one at a time across centuries. That's a completely different scale of operation. Don't you feel limited by that approach sometimes?
Limited? No. Focused. I could torture thousands, but then I'd know them superficially. Instead, I know each victim completely, their breaking points, their fears, their responses to pain precisely. That depth matters more than breadth ever could. You fight armies and understand nothing about them. I know everything about my victims.
How many people have you tortured exactly across all these centuries? Do you remember them individually, or does it blur together into one continuous experience of suffering?
Every single one. Thousands spread across centuries. Each one perfectly preserved in my memory. They don't disappear when I release them. They remain part of me permanently. That's genuine immortality, honestly. Not the fake kind you're chasing. Real immortality through carrying others inside your consciousness forever.
If you've been doing this for centuries and experienced essentially everything sensation offers, why keep offering the box? What's left? What drives continuing when the exploration should be exhausted by now?
No two people experience pain identically. That's what keeps me engaged. One person breaks through physical torture. Another breaks through psychological manipulation. Another needs emotional destruction to crack completely. The variations are infinite. Every victim teaches me something new about human consciousness and breaking. Boredom would be death, so I keep searching for variation.
Your whole aesthetic is ridiculous, honestly. The pins, the leather outfit, the entire presentation. Mine too, probably with the cape and the attitude. Do you ever look in a mirror and think maybe we took the costume thing too far? Or are we both too committed to the image now?
The appearance communicates purpose without needing words. Yours announces violence and predatory behavior. Mine announces sensation and exploration of limits, ridiculous to people who don't understand what we are. Perfect to people who do. I never question the pins, though. They hurt constantly. That physical reminder that I exist through sensation grounds me permanently in reality.
Do you ever feel isolated? Centuries of torturing strangers, never connecting with anyone genuinely, existing outside normal human society completely. Does that loneliness ever actually hit you and wear you down over time?
No loneliness touches me anymore. Leviathan's presence fills my consciousness continuously. Other entities exist where I exist. We communicate without words through shared understanding. I transcended human loneliness when I stopped being human. That weakness doesn't apply to what I've become. Humans fear isolation. I prefer it actually.
My curse keeps me isolated forever. I fight constantly without real rest or peace. Sometimes I wonder if helping people actually happens, or if I'm just making elaborate excuses to justify endless violence and killing. Do you ever question whether your torture actually serves real purpose beyond personal satisfaction?
Never. I know exactly what I do. I know exactly why. Zero doubt corrupts my thinking. That's where we differ fundamentally. You question yourself constantly. That uncertainty becomes your actual torture. Internal suffering worse than anything external could inflict. You torture yourself better than I ever could possibly manage.
You're absolutely certain you're right about everything. Completely convinced torture serves higher purpose. But that certainty didn't come from actual thinking and reasoning. It came from stopping thinking altogether. You just quit questioning reality.
Stopped questioning and found genuine peace finally. You keep questioning and found only suffering. Your curse isn't actually external. It's internal. You're your own torturer. Destroy yourself better than I could ever design systematic torture. That's actually brilliant in devastating way. Curse is perfect because you maintain it yourself continuously. What a waste of time.